We have it actually documented in the replay. She beat him in Heart of the Swarm, but she made Warhounds. In the bottom left corner, we have from Team Evil Genius's raid call. It is Benjamin Baker, also known as Demuslim, the Blue Terran. And
also known as the Blue Terran.
No, it's comma, the Blue Terran. And in the top right, we have also from, or not also from, but Fnatic raid call, we have Nightend, the Red Protoss.
And here we go, man. Demuslim, exact same building placement. I'm sure we'll see the exact same build. It's been 3 Demuslim games in a row that he's pulled it out. And he has yet to lose with it.
Yep. It's funny. It's so funny because he was experimenting with the build as he was playing Finale last week, too.
That's right.
It was like, I saw this build that Bogus was doing.
I thought, hey, why not try it in my NASL
I thought that was actually
match?
really good, so I'm going to try it on the match that counts the most because it's a pretty important one. And in game number 1, he's like, I think I can do this build better. Let me try again. Just kind of loses game 1. Then game number 2 and 3, he rolls him. And then still carrying it on that momentum. Very nice job. And that kind of shows you the small intricacies of StarCraft. Something like a small variation in build order under the same core mechanic. Like, you want to get a fast third base, you still want to pressure with 2 medevacs around the 10-minute mark. Just a small alteration can be that much more powerful, and that's what's the beauty of refining build orders.
And the really cool thing about this particular little timing push that Demuslim has been doing is that it is so not all in. It's a strong timing at a time in the game where Protoss is very vulnerable, but he's also taking a third base. He could have 8 more Marines with that push if he wanted. So there's
you could drop 2 more barracks and just go 5 racks aggression if you want.
He has room within the build order for variance, and he has great flexibility in terms of his transitions out of the build. So it looks to me like Demuslim is experimenting with a play style that could very much be or become quite standard in the matchup.
Nightend mixing it up, showing double gas, and then going into 4 gates. He does have 1 probe on a assimilator, which is even more funky. The SEV to Muslim. He's going to see everything. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3 gates. And the 4th gate.
We can be heroes just for one day.
This SEV is like the annoying tourist that just sees way too much at the White House.
He's
like sneaking behind the ropes.
4 gates spotted.
They're like, whoa, well, this confidential copyright of nuclear power plant should not be here. And there's like the Secret Service,
that
which is
SCV
a stalker.
is Halle Berry in Cloud Atlas.
Yes! Oh. Well, then who is Tom Hanks?
The stalker.
The stalker. No, Tom Hanks was helping Halle Berry in that scene, right?
No.
He was the one that died in the plane.
Doesn't matter.
Nightend is still going to commit to this. I mean, he does have the option of dropping and expand. We've seen Protoss players even experiment. Oh, he is dropping and expand. Okay. Players like Mana actually do this a lot. The 4 gates can still pressure. You force a lot of bunkers. The Muslim has his SCVs off the line. Granted, he does have double orbital, which is very nice. But if you play your cards right, you can still punish Terran a lot. Kill a lot of SCVs and kind of like in a weird way get ahead economically because of it. But it's still a very difficult thing to pull off, especially with a Terran as smart as the Muslim.
Yeah, Nightend is not going to commit to a crazy 4 gate right now. He's got Twilight Council down. Might actually be a DT transition, which would be crazy.
I figured it'd be Blink would be better on this map because there's a lot of ledges that you can kind of get in and out. But it is DTs, Ben. You're actually on the money. Look at that, Ben.
Standard.
Yeah, I mean it's a really smart way to do it too, to be honest.
Gives Nightend an ability to take back some map control, which is the real cool thing here. The Blink Stalker follow-up would probably be a lot more all-in, as you're basically saying, all right, I'm going to go Blink Stalkers, but I'm dead as soon as you have Marauders and Medevacs. With the DTs, he can attempt to harass, but it's going to make it really hard for Demuslim to move out because he's not got any form of mobile detection. And it'll probably be able to delay Demuslim's third base for some time. That said, Demuslim is still basically gearing up for the same timing, Dan. His factory's been slightly delayed because of this investment in the bunkers, because he pulled some SCVs for a little while. But eBay's down. We're going to see the factory coming down soon, and I worry. I say it every time I see somebody go DTs. You go DT, you do some damage, you get some map control, but then you have to deal with the big swell of units that comes behind it. And how is he going to deal with the +1 timing attack?
It's going to be tough, especially if Nightend's only on 4 gates the entire time. Normally you can squeeze out a couple Archons, and Stim Bio is good. It's just that when you only have 2 Medivacs out, Stim still kind of damages you a lot, and Archons can chip away things very easily. Oh, look at this from Nightend. Distraction. And now the Dark Templars, oh, both of them get caught into one scan.
Run, Billy!
Oh.
Oh, look at Hector the Magician.
Wow.
Disappears in the back of the mineral line.
Dark Templar is going for it again, but another scan, and now Demuslim realizes he has to place some turrets. He's going to also put one in the main. That's also a good move because you don't know if he's going to warp into your main base at all. Nightend from here is going to go for a charge and get out a lot of units. Needs to kind of drop a few more gateways, though. I feel like going up to 6, maybe even up to 8 gates would be a much more efficient way to do this, but he's also afraid of a counterattack.
It's almost push time for Demuslim. His factory has just about completed this reactor. Starport's going to be swapping out with it very, very soon. And Medivac production will... we've seen it time and time again here. It's going to be 2 Medivacs and go.
Yep, normally you would like to line it up with the +1, but obviously because the Muslim got delayed, it's a little bit behind, but Nightend's still in the position of fear. He doesn't know where Terran can be. And now Cloud Kingdom is also a very similar struggling position to Daybreak for the main and the natural, because you can bounce between the places so severely because of how much space the Medivacs can to ferry between the third and the main.
And what's kind of funny here, Dan, is this timing, because it's been delayed from the threat of the 4-gate. Look how much scarier it is.
He's got so many more units.
Huge, huge Marine Marauder push coming out. First 2 Medivacs on the field. +1 will be done in just a little while. And again, Nightend's army is pitifully small. Is this even 10 Zealots? It's exactly 10 Zealots, 4 Stalkers, and 2 Sentries. He doesn't really have the gateways, like you said. He's building an Immortal again, which is not going to help much against these Marines. I think Nightend might just kind of die here.
Well, he does have 1-1 done. That's going to make Zealots pretty durable, but there's just so many bio units. Demuslim instantly stims and runs up. There's not enough force field to even close up to buy time. Just has to kite back. Zealots can't really do anything. Marines in the front doing a great job tanking and dishing the damage. Nightend doesn't really have anything. Demuslim with a quick 2-0 secures his second place spot in the North American Star League. And has a great shot at qualifying for top 8 for the playoffs.
And eliminates Nightend from the NASL
True.
completely. So sad result for Nightend. Very nice result for Demuslim. He's definitely smiling right now. Game is brought to you guys by Audible. Download and listen to a bestseller today. Head over to nasl.tv/p/audible to do it. I've been downloading bestsellers.
Have you? Mm-hmm. What's the most recent bestseller you downloaded?
Pillars of the Earth.
Yeah. I don't know what that book is. I'm not sophisticated enough to know.
It's like historical fiction, loosely based on the building of Notre Dame, I think.
Oh, okay. That's
loosely, it's not exactly, but
it sounds like every other movie plot line I've ever heard.
It's set in England, which of course
loosely based on a book, and I'm like, yeah, it didn't happen in the book at all.
Really, really good book, guys. If you haven't read Pillars, you should go check it out. Fantastic, very well written. It's got a nice little love story in it.
Oh, Ben, I know you're a sucker for the romance. Guys, our next game and series will be QXE versus Demaga, a Terran versus Zerg. QXE, Relentless Attack versus Demaga, a man always full of surprises. We'll find out what happens right after this break.